Have you ever met a woman whose presence felt timeless? Someone who seemed to glow with a quiet radiance that made you forget her age altogether? There's something almost magical about such women. Their beauty doesn't come from perfect skin or cosmetic tricks. It comes from a deep, spiritual vitality that transcends time. Psychologist Carl Jung believed that what we call aging is not only a biological process, but also a psychological and spiritual one. He taught that the state of the soul shapes the expression of the body, that our inner world can literally transform how we appear to others. This idea may sound poetic, but it is deeply rooted in Jung's understanding of the human psyche. According to him, those who cultivate self-awareness, emotional balance, and spiritual alignment develop an inner light that naturally radiates outward. The women who seem to defy time aren't chasing youth through external means. They are expressing a kind of soul-level harmony. Their secret lies in the union of their inner and outer worlds, a spiritual alignment that becomes visible in their faces, movements, and presence. 1. The soul shapes the body. Jung believed that the psyche and the body are two sides of one reality. Our inner state of consciousness is constantly reflected in our physical being. When the soul is heavy with unresolved conflict, the body shows fatigue, tension, and aging. But when the soul is at peace, it generates vitality and resilience. In the video, women who look younger possess a special spiritual quality. This principle is vividly illustrated. Some women seem to glow with a light that comes not from youth, but from depth. They carry a kind of serenity that reshapes how time affects them. Their faces might show stories, but not the bitterness of suffering. Their eyes might reflect age-old wisdom, yet they sparkle with curiosity, as if they were still discovering life. This quality cannot be achieved through makeup or surgery. It is the result of spiritual alignment, a harmony between body, mind, and soul. Such alignment protects them from the destructive power of time. 2. The power of individuation, becoming whole. At the core of Jung's psychology is the process of individuation, the lifelong journey of integrating all aspects of oneself, both conscious and unconscious. When a woman walks this path, she no longer fights against her own nature. Instead, she accepts, heals, and integrates her many layers. This inner work changes not only her personality, but also her appearance. Jung observed that psychic wholeness creates physical harmony. As a woman reconciles with her inner world, her face softens, her eyes become clearer, and her posture straightens naturally. This is what the video describes as the archetype of radiant femininity. Such women embody what Jung called the eternal feminine, a timeless essence that transcends physical age. They live in rhythm with the anima mundi, or world soul, a universal energy that connects all living beings. When a woman aligns herself with this cosmic flow, she becomes an expression of something far larger than her individual identity. 3. Living beyond linear time. The video makes a fascinating distinction between chronos and kairos, terms borrowed from ancient Greek thought. Chronos represents linear, measurable time, the ticking of the clock, the calendar years, the aging process as we normally think of it. Kairos, on the other hand, represents sacred time, the timeless moment of transformation and meaning. Women who seem mysteriously young, the video explains, live primarily in Kairos. They experience life not as a race against time, but as a series of eternal moments, each rich with purpose. They know how to immerse themselves fully in the present without being trapped by the fear of growing old. This mindset creates a profound psychological effect. By living in sacred time, these women free themselves from the anxiety of aging, and in doing so, they slow the process naturally. They are not victims of time, they are participants in it. 4. The shadow and the light. Every human being carries what Jung called a shadow, the hidden parts of ourselves that we suppress or deny. Most people spend enormous energy fighting these dark aspects, pretending they don't exist. But this repression comes at a cost. It drains life energy and manifests physically as tension, stress, and premature aging. Radiant women, by contrast, have made peace with their shadows. They have faced their fears, accepted their imperfections, and transformed pain into wisdom. Instead of fighting themselves, they have integrated every part of their being. This integration releases enormous creative and healing energy. Jung compared it to the philosopher's stone of alchemy, a symbol of inner wholeness that can transform base matter into gold. When inner conflict ceases, the energy once spent on self-rejection becomes available for regeneration and renewal. The result is not just inner peace, but a visible glow of vitality. 5. The observing self and emotional detachment. Another key to this youthful radiance lies in developing what Jung called the observing self, the part of consciousness that can watch life unfold without being consumed by it. These women have learned to step back and observe their emotions, aging, and experiences with gentle awareness. They don't deny that time passes, they simply don't identify with it. Their self-worth isn't tied to youth or appearance. Because of this inner detachment, they create a kind of psychological shield against the effects of time. This attitude is connected to Jung's idea of the transcendent function, the bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind that enables transformation. When a person reaches this level of awareness, time itself seems to flow differently. Such women age not according to the ticking clock, but according to the rhythm of their souls. 6. Modern science meets ancient wisdom. Interestingly, modern research supports Jung's insights. Studies in epigenetics show that emotional states directly influence how our genes express themselves. Chronic stress accelerates cellular aging by shortening telomeres, the protective ends of chromosomes. Inner peace and joy, on the other hand, promote regeneration and longevity. This means that the psyche and body truly are interconnected, a belief Jung held decades before science began to confirm it. Women who maintain emotional balance and spiritual connection literally keep their cells younger. Their hormonal and immune systems function optimally, and their bodies reflect this harmony. In Jungian terms, they are tapping into the collective unconscious, the universal field of archetypal energy that sustains life. From this source, they draw vitality, resilience, and renewal. 7. The art of letting go. Another essential quality of these women is their ability to let go. Jung called this the art of letting die, the willingness to release what no longer serves the soul. Every stage of life requires some form of death and rebirth. Those who resist change cling to old identities, causing emotional stagnation and physical heaviness. Radiant women, however, move gracefully through life's transitions. They let go of outdated roles and expectations, allowing each ending to become a beginning. Jung also warned against over-identifying with the persona, the social mask we wear to fit in. When we mistake this mask for our true self, we become rigid and lifeless. The radiant woman wears her mask lightly, adapting fluidly to the seasons of her life. This flexibility keeps her spirit young and her energy flowing. 8. Emotional maturity and inner coherence. Jung believed that true growth requires emotional integration, what he called differentiated feeling. This means being able to experience emotions deeply without being overwhelmed by them. The radiant woman can cry without losing herself in despair, and she can express anger without poisoning her spirit. This balanced emotional life prevents the chronic stress and inflammation that accelerate aging. Modern research calls this heart rate coherence, a state in which emotions, breathing, and heartbeat move in harmony. When the nervous system remains calm and centered, the body functions optimally. In this sense, the peace of the soul becomes medicine for the body. 9. Living in harmony with the future. Another hallmark of these women is their relationship with time and the future. While many cling to their youth or fear growing old, they practice what Jung called perspective thinking, the ability to recognize growth potential in every experience. Instead of resisting change, they live in a state of becoming. Their openness to life creates a magnetic energy that attracts experiences and people who support their development. Jung would have called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that reflect inner readiness. Their faces reveal this inner openness. They don't wear rigid expressions of resignation, but carry fluid features full of curiosity and peace. They embody Jung's idea of the unus mundus, the unity of all reality, where the personal and the cosmic are one. 10. The union of opposites, the true source of radiance. Ultimately, the spiritual quality that keeps these women youthful is the integration of opposites, masculine and feminine, light and shadow, strength and vulnerability. Jung saw this balance as the key to psychological alchemy, the transformation of the ordinary self into the whole self. When a woman achieves this inner marriage, her very presence becomes luminous. Her face becomes a living mandala, a symbol of harmony and completeness. This symmetry is not cosmetic. It's the natural reflection of inner balance. She no longer lives from a place of fear or resistance. She has learned what Jung called the symbolic life, where every event carries meaning and contributes to growth. Nothing is wasted. Every joy and pain becomes fuel for transformation. Such a woman lives in continuous renewal. Her relationships, her silence, her laughter, all become part of her spiritual practice. She embodies the truth that consciousness shapes reality and that the soul's peace is the greatest beauty secret of all. 11. The psychological path to timelessness. Jung taught that the psyche has a natural tendency toward healing and wholeness, an innate drive toward self-realization. When a woman consciously cooperates with this process, transformation happens from the inside out. Her cellular renewal mirrors her psychological renewal. Her body becomes a vessel of the soul's light. She no longer fears aging because she understands that life is an unfolding process, not a countdown. At the end of this journey, the mystery of youth is revealed to be not about years or appearance, but about spiritual maturity. The women who embody this extraordinary quality have not escaped time. They have befriended it. Their glow is not the glow of resistance, but of deep acceptance. They have achieved what alchemists called the opus contra naturam, the work against nature, which paradoxically reveals our truest nature. By consciously engaging with life's forces, they show what is possible when the soul leads the way. Conclusion: the inner path to ageless grace. The true secret of women who look younger than their age is not a formula, product, or lifestyle hack. It is a spiritual way of being. Through self-awareness, acceptance, and inner harmony, they have discovered that time loses its power when the soul is at peace. Carl Jung's wisdom reminds us that beauty is not skin deep, it is soul deep. The body mirrors the psyche. When the psyche is healed, the body follows. Anyone can begin this journey. It starts with the willingness to face oneself honestly, to integrate one's light and shadow, to release the old, and to live meaningfully in the present moment. When we do this, we too begin to radiate that same timeless glow, the glow of a soul that has made peace with itself and learned to dance with time instead of fighting it.